Hi everyone, my name is Chelsea. Welcome to Little Mountain Ranch. I'm really happy to have you here with me today in the greenhouse. We aren't going to be in here for very long, however, because we have by far the largest harvest we have had to do on our garden for the 2022 gardening season. We woke up to temperatures below freezing this morning. We even had ice on the puddles. So anything that was left in the garden that would have been damaged by frost is definitely dead now. It was a pretty hard frost. So we need to pick everything that needs to come out, and there is a lot of stuff. I'm really excited to share with you all the stuff that we're going to be picking today. And one of the other things that we're going to be doing is stringing up all of our onions that you can see behind me here. And I'm going to be trying a new method. So normally what I do is I clean them all off and then I just cut them off about that far up and I hang them in mesh bags. I follow an account over on Instagram called the Homesteading Family. You're probably aware of them. I know that they have a really successful YouTube channel as well. And one of the things that she does is string her onions. So I am going to give that a try this year. I will give you a little demonstration on how to do it, although keep in mind this is my first year doing it. But I also will link the Homesteading Family. I'm sure they have a video on this on YouTube down in the description box below as well, since that's where I got the information from. When I am cleaning my onions up for storage, I don't like to take all of the papery skin off because that does help to protect it, and I like to trim off the roots, but I'm going to do that all after. And then once we're done with this method, we will be cutting off this. So when you're curing your onions, you want to wait until this is completely dry and this area that's right down here where it's attached to the onion is really dry as well. It will still be pliable, so don't worry about that, but it doesn't need, it's important that it doesn't have a lot of moisture in it.
I don't think you need to do these roots.
Nope. Okay, next. So really try not to peel off the papery stuff, okay?
Okay.
So twist this around so it's twisted on the bottom. Stick your onion through, wrap it around twice, hang it off the edge, twist again, onion through, twist around, push down, twist again. Really easy. You can imagine once you've done this for a while, you can get pretty quick at it. Okay, so now what we're going to do is go along and trim off all of the extra here. Oops, that. So trim off the roots. Well, this certainly looks prettier than bags, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So when we're going to use these, we'll just start from the top and just untwist and take them as we go. Cut that little bit of skin off there. Okay. That looks so pretty. Definitely, guys, make sure that you don't take too much of the papery skin off. Only stuff that has dirt on it, okay? Did he go up there? Really? Albus, what are you doing? You hanging out? That's so cute. Hey, you're doing an excellent job. That looks so pretty, hey? Mm-hmm. Love it. Okay, I think I'm going to pull all these beans off first. Do you want to help me pick these beans?
Yeah.
Okay. You want to eat them? Okay. So we'll start with getting the bean tower cleared off and then move over to the celery. I cannot believe how prolific these beans are. These definitely aren't dry, but I might be able to dry them inside. Aren't they pretty? Mm-hmm. Here, hold your hand out. Can you hold both hands like that?
Wait.
And pop that in your mouth. Okay. Whoa. Oh no, I'm dropping them. So these ones, when they're dry, should be like a tan color, not white like this.
Can you eat
This is one of the seeds. And they should be tan, so when they dry out, they're a bit more of a tan color. You can eat them for sure, definitely. see if I can open these. These pods are really strong. I know. These ones are called scarlet runner beans.
Whoa.
Isn't that
Can you eat them?
beautiful? So these ones are scarlet runner beans. See how beautiful that is? So when these are dry, they're quite bright pink with purple markings on them. But they're pretty even when they're not quite ready. I'm going to get a knife to cut off.
Look how big that one is.
That's huge.
I know, right?
Yeah, right, I do. Okay, let's get going on this celery. Look at that. Okay, so we're gonna need another box, Boo.
Another big one. Can we also eat skin ones?
Did you try the celery yet, Quinn?
What celery?
This celery. Have you tried eating it yet? Okay,
Really baby.
I'll find you a little tiny one. Right from the inside that's nice and tender. Try that. Tell me what you think.
Good.
I think it tastes excellent. Homegrown celery is absolutely delicious. Quinn's not a fan of celery and apparently not even homegrown celery. I, however, think that there is a big difference between homegrown and store-bought, of course, as there is with most store-bought stuff. Does that just taste yucky?
No, it's just, you know those things that make you taste things?
Your taste buds? Yeah?
Maybe it's just, mine is different.
Yours is different than mine. I think you're right. And when you're a kid, everything tastes a lot stronger than it does when you get older. I can't even describe the difference in the flavor. Now, if you don't like celery, you're not going to like homegrown celery. It still tastes like celery, but it's so good, especially the little stalks from the inside. What I've been doing throughout the summer, as you can see on this one, is taking off the outer ones and using those, and then just leaving the plant to continue to grow. Now, I'll chop them all off. My plan with all this celery is to just chop and freeze it. I don't blanch celery. I just freeze it. Normally I buy it in bulk in the fall from a farm a few hours from here, but this year I don't have to. And that feels fantastic. Pardon me, honey? I only need about 32 heads or so to last us all the way until June. I anticipate using about 1 per week. So I think that we're just about there already. I think what I'm going to do is take these 2 bins, so there's 20 heads of celery in here, up to the house and get those processed today. And I have 15 left over here, so I'll get those all bagged up and then see if I need these ones. And if I don't need these ones, then these ones I'll give some of them away and the rest will go to the pigs. So now we are going to move on to the beets. I have a video that I did last year specifically on harvesting beets, which I'll link for you, but I'll give you a quick tutorial here. You want to take off as much as you can without nicking the shoulder of, and this goes for carrots, this goes for rutabagas and turnips as well, because any little bits that you leave here from where the leaf was coming up will re-sprout. So you really want to try to clean that off as much as possible. I just brush the dirt off and then I put them in my crates for storage. All of these tops, which I always get asked why we don't eat them, we have a lot of them. So we end up giving these to the pigs. The pigs eat very well this time of year. Look at this beet. So this is a cylindra beet, and I love using these ones for canning because they're so easy to boil and peel compared to round ones. Some golden beets here. They are just absolutely gorgeous. Just to show you, I will sacrifice this little beet and show you the inside of it. So beautiful. Look at that.
It's like the inside of a peach.
Yeah, it looks like the inside of a peach, just like that. Just a beautiful. So this one is a white one. Let's see what the inside of this one looks like. Very, very white looking beet. So if you did want to use beet in a recipe, but you don't want everything to turn red in your recipe, the white beet would be a really good option. You know what I'm going to try to do this time, I always forget to do this, is show you everything we harvest at the end of the video so that you can see it all together. Normally I'm just filming as I'm actually working, so as stuff gets put into the into the root cellar or pantry or whatever. I don't have it all. That's huge, hey? I don't have it all laying outside. So I will try to do that this time so you can see how much there is. This is about a 30-foot row that we're picking right now. Was there 3 rows or 4 rows in the row of beets?
3.
There's 3?
There's 1 for white, 1 for orange, and then 1 for purple.
Okay. So we'll show you how many we actually get, how many bins we get out of this many. There you go.
White goes in this.
Yeah.
Purple goes in this. And red goes in that.
Nice.
Then this is a mix.
A mix of them all?
Yep. A mix of them all.
Okay. Guess we're gonna have one mixed bucket.
Lisa and I are helping you.
Yes, I'm very, very grateful for your help. It's much appreciated.
I like my job.
You like your job? That's good. So the way she's done it is she has the red ones, the purple ones, the white ones, and then she made a mixed bucket over here. That looks really great, honey. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, did you say thank you too? It is a little bit of a guessing game as to when the perfect time is to harvest in a northern garden, because if I misjudge the best time, then I could risk losing all of these tomatoes. So even the tomatoes that are green on here, I can do lots of things with, but I can also ripen them inside. So I don't want to lose them. However, I also don't want to have a kitchen full of tomatoes ripening for the next few weeks. So the longer that I can leave these plants in here, the better. For carrots, I am just going to snap off the tops like so. You can cut them off if you want, but when you're doing a large harvest, it gets a little tedious if you're going to want to go and cut all of them off. And then I'm just going to put them in bins like this. I have done them in sand before, and I have a video on that, and it worked okay, but it didn't work any better than using just these bins. But I think that's just because my root cellar is pretty good as far as maintaining humidity and temperature in the wintertime. If you have a storage area in which humidity is an issue, then using dampened soil or peat moss or even sawdust can work really well. I have to say, for the first time in my adult life, I am looking forward to winter this year. I'm not sure why. I just feel like I've just been busier than usual this year, and I'm ready for things to slow down or just kind of switch gears. We're actually doing a huge renovation on our basement. We gutted it back in February, so right down to the studs, took the bathroom out. So anything that's like this, I am just going to throw into the bring in the house and use right away pile. Anyway, so we're going to be doing that project, which is going to keep me very occupied over the winter. I know lots of people that actually preserve all year round. I'm not one of those people. I go pretty hard for August, September, and October, and then I like to be done. Like to just have the pantries, the freezers, the root cellar, cold room, all of that filled, and then be done with it. Not that I don't enjoy it, I do enjoy it. It's just pretty intense when you're doing things on a really large scale. I think what I'm going to do is fill this bucket and take all the tiny ones in. I don't have everything here that we harvested because the carrots, the rutabagas, and the beets are already down in the root cellar and the onions are downstairs, but I will take you and show you those in just a sec. So I will show you what we have here. So as Claire was just wandering around in the garden, she found all of these squash that we had left, if you can believe it, that we had missed when we did our big squash harvest. So, and these all managed to survive that crazy hard frost. Then we have tomatoes, and more tomatoes that are going to all be turned into sauce. All of the celery up here. These are the small carrots that I brought up for eating right now. You guys are going to get a little sneak peek of the canning pantry as we walk past. Okay, so we have the onions hanging on the wall in here. So this is my cold room, and it stays cool enough and dry enough for onions and garlic. Now we'll go down to the root cellar and I'll show you what we ended up getting in down there. I actually think that it's possible that this year, as crazy as it has been my best overall harvest. I'll have to look back and see. It's one of the bonuses of making YouTube videos is that I have a really good record of what we've done year to year. So we ended up with the 4 boxes of beets that you saw. We have rutabagas over here.
Mom?
Okay, let's close this up. Not bad for a day's work. Very happy with that. And like I said, down in the garden, I think it's possible that this may be our best overall harvest. Considering the weather this year, that is absolutely fantastic. All right, everybody, we will see you in the next video. Bye. Okay, guys, what do you want for dinner tonight?